Howls of a Baaz. I'm Ronnie Adams.
And I'm Jacob Casas.
And this episode is called Can't Compete. And we have a special guest that I've been knowing for a long time, Steve McGee.
What up? What's happening, man? What's happening? I'm in the building. What's good?
In the building. Steve McGee in the building. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your business and, you know, what do you do for your for business?
Man, I'm a barber. I've been a barber for over 25, 27 years now, like officially. It's just it's been a blessing, man.
For 27 years, that's a long time.
Yeah.
So what got you into that? What made you want to become?
To be honest, like I didn't want my mom cutting my hair no more.
That's real.
And I was like 12, 13, and you know, at a certain age, we start getting an image and everything about ourselves and everything. So I just the clippers was there, and I just started doing it myself, like cutting my own hair.
Now, who bought you the clippers?
Well, yeah, my mom.
Your mom bought you the clippers.
She had bought the clippers. I used the clippers that she was using, and I said, no, I'm gonna try it myself, and you know, trial and error over the years, trial and error. So by the time I was like 15, I just made it like official. I'm walking around the neighborhood cutting people's hair, and I just made that a thing, and I didn't even know it was like a real big thing outside of like just cutting hair in the neighborhood. It was like this thing is really, really big.
So when you're out there cutting hair, people say you're charging them and everything?
$5.
So you were already an entrepreneur. How old were you? At 13, you said, right?
I started at 13. Yeah.
So you started as an entrepreneur at 13 years old.
Yeah.
And you just kept that flowing, like, right? Because you're not just a barber; you're an entrepreneur. You own your own business,
right? Exactly.
So it's a big difference, you know what I mean, than just being a barber, because you got to handle the bills, you know, all that other stuff. What got you into that though? Like once you found out, because I mean, yeah, you started off as an entrepreneur, but you had to move into the actual business side of things. How did that flow?
It started when I started getting a lot of more like clientele. And then I got the inspiration from one of my aunts, and she was like, "You need to go get into a shop, go expand your work ethic." And I went to Pomona and Cosmetology Barber School. Shout out to them. Guy Vega, that was my instructor. He been solid. Man, I just love what I do, man. It's so big, it's so blessing.
What's an art form too? Like that's what's crazy. So you're putting all your art out there for everybody to see, and I feel like especially cutting hair now is way more of an art form now. Like they charge way more, they spend way more time on your hair. So I mean, I feel like it's way more of an art form than it was from back in the day. I mean, was that an easy transition to do that, to get more into the art form of it?
Yeah, it was an easy transition. Even in high school, I was like molding like ceramics. I was in the ceramics, the art of just art, period.
Just gifted.
Yeah,
from the beginning.
And that's from him up above, for real. Once I got into the shop and I started seeing other barbers, they're not putting the quality into what the quantity that comes back to you. Oh. So once you start putting that quality into your cut, that's when more quantity comes back to you, man.
That's good.
Well, that brings us to this. I mean, the quality. You know what I mean? Yeah, so we see the Oscar right here on the table. So, I mean, how many trophies do you have?
About 11.
And what are these trophies? Like, explain, like this one right here. What would this trophy be for?
This one really means a lot to me because you never know who's watching. Never know who's watching, bro. I just got that in this past December, and being in the industry for over 20 some odd years, and they named me Barber of the Year. That was the highest like achievement to me. That's more than just going to a barber competition. They're introducing other people's names in the industry, and they call your name, and it was overwhelming. It's very overwhelming.
I mean, the Inland Empire is huge, so, we call it the IE,
Yeah, most definitely.
And what motivates you to be the best in your field in the Inland Empire? What motivates you to be the best?
I'm a people person. My family motivates me. Motivates me to get up in the morning and go get it.
Right, and barbers got to get up early. Crack of dawn to get out and hustle and do that thing all day, long hours.
And you know what? I just had a conversation with another barber. He said he'd get up to he starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. I was like, man, that's kind of late.
Right. Right. Because, you're my barber, so I know I have to get up early you get up early to cut me. I'm there by 6:30 in the morning.
Yes, exactly. And that's where I get started. That's the early bird catches the worm, man.
Definitely.
And I've always started early in the morning. I realized that first I started at about 9, and then I realized, well, man, what if I started at 8, or what if I started at 7?
Well, because we talk a lot about discipline and motivation here, right? Now we know there's a big difference, especially being a man, being an entrepreneur, owning your own business. So, instead of saying what motivates you to do that, what disciplines you to do that?
You can get thrown off your Richter, not being disciplined in your line of work. You'll miss those clients that's willing to pay that, or those clients that's willing to stay there or wait on you.
Yeah. Well, not everybody's disciplined like that. That's the difference between you and your trophies and what you do. So, and you're an entrepreneur, you own your own business. So how that's what Howls over Baaz is all about. What separates you from the competition, right? Can't compete. The name of the episode. You have all those trophies. You're pushing. You have your own business, and you stay disciplined. Yes, it might seem normal to you, but it's not normal to all these other barbers out there. You know what I mean? You got guys, like you said, coming in at 11 or 10 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's not you.
And you had a constant flow also. You start from the morning and you don't end till late night.
Yeah.
You're standing and you're pushing to get as much clients as you can every day as I talk to you.
Well, what mindset do you have to be? Well, that's the best thing to say. What kind of mindset do you have to have to be the best I can? To be the best I can be, and disciplined at the same time.
And disciplined to be the best I can be. And I love what I do. I'm a people person, and that's what motivates me. I feel like if you're raw, you don't need an award for confirmation, but it does feel good when somebody recognizes you.
Do you ever think about teaching classes and offering classes too?
Yes, that's my next goal to do, being an instructor myself.
Got you. Yeah, that's with all the skills and the 25 years in business, I think that would be great for even the people who help them get started in business.
That's why I'm saying I love what I do, so I would want to share my thoughts, share my energy,
give back
to give back to people who really want to learn how to cut.
Can you say your Instagram real quick while we're flowing?
Instagram, Mr. McGee work.
So when you compete, do you get nervous when you compete? Do you still get? Well, I mean, even when you first started competing, I mean, how did you feel to now? Like, what's the difference?
I mean, you're on a big stage, so can you tell us how that feels? Like when you're on this big stage.
So I got discouraged. The year or two before, I got back into getting, because one of my guys, he flaked out on me and everything. So I got discouraged. I didn't want to do it. I was like, getting in competitions is but I persevered through that, and I was like, I'll just do it again, and trying to really support one of our good friends, Jaquetta Green. Check her out.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to her, Jaquetta. Yeah.
Big time, IE,
Yeah, yeah.
Jaquetta.
She was like, just come and just show your talent. Just really just come out and show your talent. And I was like, all right, I'll come out. And man, it just started from there. And I was like, I'm gonna just get in another one and get in another one and go, and it came out more fun. And whether I had won anything or not, it was just fun to do. It was a great experience to do that.
Did you have that mindset when you first went into this competition, or was it like I have to win, or it's just like I'm here?
I'm here, and I'm just here, whether I win or not, whether I win anything, and hopefully hopefully I play something, and I did. So
So you did place on your first competition.
Yeah,
that's exciting. That's dope, actually.
I placed in 3 different categories and got first and second in all of the categories. So I was overwhelmed. I was grateful, not even knowing whether I was gonna place or not. So that's what's up.
So how did the pandemic affect
your business?
Man, it cut down like 20 to 30% of clientele at first. That was a real setback.
But as an entrepreneur, how did you overcome that? How did you? I mean, you're still in business when a lot of people fell off.
Right.
After the pandemic happened, people went back to work for somebody else. You stayed as an entrepreneur. How did you overcome that?
I still sold myself.
And people were kind of nervous to,
people still nervous and to going anywhere. They wanted me to either come to them and wanted to feel comfortable at home and not really want to go anywhere. They're like, "Are you sure?" Still wearing masks and everything.
That's
so
tough.
That was really a tough time.
So where do you get your confidence from?
I'm a Leo, man. So
You gonna get in my chair because I got skills.
Because I got the referral. You always got to get a referral from somebody. So the referral helps the business and keeps your business going. If somebody get a referral from you, that's when you know, like you really know. You're like, man, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to keep doing it for the rest of my life. I was like, this is a career. That was like maybe almost 20 years ago.
But when you went out on your own as an entrepreneur, were you scared to first start like that? Was it because being at a barbershop, you got everything over there. They take care of the overhead. They take care of everything. So when you were actually able to go out on your own, how did you feel?
I felt like it was something I really needed to do. It wasn't like I wasn't like scared, but I was nervous.
Because you had to sell yourself.
Being in a whole new, now it's you're not cutting like the homies and stuff from you like dealing with other people.
Right.
And I think what prepared me for that was going through barber school.
So you recommend people go to barber school just to
to get the
jitters
blueprint,
out.
Get the blueprint out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Learn the blueprint of that and understand like if this is what you want to do, stay dedicated to it.
So to me, when I hear you talk and I see how you're explaining things, I feel like you're just bred to be an entrepreneur. Like it's almost like it just needs to be done. It's almost like walking for you. Even going on your own, it's just like, hey, this is what needs to be done.
Yeah, this has been like second nature.
That's what I'm getting
nature.
from you.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have that though. Like when you go in and you're being an entrepreneur, I mean, there's a lot of fear involved, a lot of that. You're just like, I got to take another step. Like that's just you. That's like great to be because that's not everybody. Even entrepreneurs, a lot of them don't think that way. But you just take another step. That's why.
It's you got to take a leap of faith.
So how many 9-to-5s have you had? I mean, you've been in this business for 25 years, being an artist. So how many 9-to-5s have you had? Have you? None.
This is my first.
This guy was bred.
Wow.
This is my first job.
Wow. That's
like,
impressive.
Really my first job. And
you must have had a hookup. Somebody was going to plug you with a job if you needed it.
Yeah. If I did it, yeah. Yeah, man. And so I'm glad I think I'm glad things didn't work out there.
That's right.
But I'm awesome.
So this
man.
is beneficial for you. You know, you're able to provide for your family. You've been able to provide for your family.
Most definitely.
You know, being an artist, a barber artist, and cutting hair.
Is there like a next step for you now? Like where would you want to see Mr. McGee's workshop go to? Like where is there another step for you? Is
Man, I was like we said, like being an instructor and something to give to my kids when they get older, like a legacy behind me when I'm not gonna be here forever. It's very serious, like to get in a trade, to do something with your hands, because it's a lot of technology out there now that's going on. So now I don't know no robot that can cut hair.
Yeah. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much. Even AI is getting even involved in writing scripts. They're saying they're taking over scripts for writers. So I mean, to have a trade where you have to use your hands, it's just crazy.
And a robot can't do it.
It's important. It's important. It wouldn't be conducive, really.
Just the trade.
Making a car, that's something else.
Right. Technique is important when it comes to this.
Yeah,
you can't just
technique. Is very important. It just turned into like magic on certain people that I feel like.
Well, that is like kind of crazy when you can, like, when the smoke clears and you can actually take a look at your craft and what you did, because you're just going through it. As an entrepreneur and like a leader in your career, you should just kind of going through what you're doing, and you don't have, a lot of times you don't get a time to sit back, look at it, and be like, damn, look what I just built.
Yeah,
what I just
awesome.
did. Or look what the art I just made. And so that's basically what you're talking about.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now, do you have a special clippers that you use that you recommend?
Andy's Masters has always been the one for me. Andy's Masters.
Shout out to Andy's. Hit my boy, Mr. McGee.
G Styles. Check out G Styles. Yeah, G Styles spot. Babyliss, it's been very good to me. These new edgers I just got called Formos. They're really dope. They're really dope. I use them, and I can't go wrong with them. These hands.
Yeah. So, can you tell us about some of the challenges that you faced dealing with your customers, with like people, like
either they waited too long or they wasn't on time, and just the wait. That's been an issue. I've always got into it, and hate to talk about that, but yeah, it happens.
Right.
It happens all the time,
And during these challenges, they always come back. I'm sure most of the time. Because if they're waiting for you, and
some people always come back.
So the barbershop's a lot like going to, I guess, like a counselor. Or like, I mean, so how does that work out with you? Because I know people are spitting
all the
their
different
problems.
conversations.
Sometimes we are, all kinds of different conversations.
I'm sure you get some wild. What's one of the wildest things you've heard?
The top subject is always it's sex, man. People, men, women, they talk about relationships, sex and relationships.
So people come for therapy.
Oh yeah, it's
so you're not just a barber, you're a therapist.
Yeah, low key, I'm a barber therapist. I get it. I get it in. They listen to me, and I listen to them, and you feedback and wisdom that I get from a lot of people. That's the wisdom, and the top things is sex, relationships, and wisdom from people, man.
So you got like a real relationship with these people.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like if something happened to them, you'd be like, damn.
Right. Yeah, it turned from like this from a client and this is a friend, because I actually really they give me a call like, hey, you want to come hang out with my family or anything? I'm like, for real? Yeah. So you grown to have like a brotherhood or a sisterhood with my clientele or my guests. I call them guests sometimes. and you just listen to them and you give them your advice or what you've been through, and they understand it, and you understand it. Y'all have a good time. Then by the time it's over, they have a clean haircut.
Do you get some high exec clients too, like a lot of knowledge from like different people in different fields?
Yeah, like a lot of people where like. I'm not in it, but the Forex, the trading and everything is people are talking about. A lot of my clientele talk about it and they into it. And I just listen to them when another guy comes in there and the guy in the chair and he's sitting down there talking about it, and I'm like, I'm lost. But they know what they're talking about. They're into it and everything. It make you think about, man, if I want to invest in it, and it's real.
What's some good knowledge that you've gotten that maybe you applied?
For life? In life?
Well, and maybe someone from in the chair. What's some good knowledge? Like what's some good knowledge you think that you got from somebody that came in? You're like, dang, it made you think. And maybe you even applied it to your business life, something.
Don't chase the money. Let the money chase you. And don't work too hard.
You love what you do?
I really love what I do.
I know you cut beards, you cut my beard. I know you cut hair, but what kind of things do you offer? Do you dye hair? Do you do certain things?
I do hair, color, texturizer, relaxer. I can do
men and women.
Men and women. Shout out to my cousin Nadia for telling me about the barber school I went to.
Now, have you ever cut celebrities' hair, like any celebrities?
Player Ham. He put DJ Quick and Sugar Free on and everybody like that. And LA Giants. Shout out to LA Giants. Yeah, they real. Those are his sons.
And how did that go? How did that cut go?
Man, it was great. He was happy about it. Now.
Was you nervous at first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was. Man, it was like. It was hella cool just to have him in my chair. It was an honor having him in my chair. I have one of my favorites. Her name is Anya Royal. That's like my sis. She's my favorite celebrity. She sings her heart out. I cut her hair. Hopefully one day I get Lori Moore in my chair.
Shout out to Lori Moore.
Yeah.
Are you still willing to leave the shop for a while if someone needed you to go on tour or someone needed you to travel with them? And
most definitely, if it's conducive for my family, yes, most definitely, I'll do it moving. I've left to go to Arizona to go cut someone and shout out to one of the dopest soccer players, Leo Pinello, Jason. That was dope just coming to his home, and he lives in AZ. He was a very top soccer player out there. He asked me to come to his home, come cut him, man. That was dope.
Tell us about that experience.
Yeah, what kind of cut did you do for him?
He wants a fade, just like how your haircut is, he just didn't get the part in his hair, but I trim his hair, scissor over comb, get a fade on the sides, and he just rocked out the fade for me.
How did you guys connect? Like, who connected
you? I have a friend of mine, and Nico and JoJo. They're really, really close to me. They're just really good peoples, man. They lived in Rialto, and they ended up moving away, but they're connected, their family to them. So that was dope for them to refer me to go to him, and they flew me out, sent me back, and everything. So
awesome. He just trusted. I mean, he could have picked anybody. He could have got somebody out there, but he still flew you out there to cut his hair. Was he having like an event or something like that?
No, he was just. I think he was about to go to the Bahamas.
Oh, okay. So vacation.
He was like, I needed a haircut for the Bahamas for a vacation.
And he flew you all the way out there for that.
Yeah.
He must have trusted your artwork, your craft.
Yes, and not what was the trip was, is that I cut him at their house before, not knowing who he is. He was
really?
like, can you just cut him? And it's like, yeah. And he was willing. He was like, I really like my cut, man. I live in Arizona, so whenever I get a chance, I'll hit you up. And he ended up flying me out one day, and that was cool.
That's what's up.
And that's all just from off your talent. That's just from your cut.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate this. This is overwhelming. I ain't never did nothing like that.
One quick question. So, if you had to give these upcoming barbers that's been just getting into the business some advice on how to become a better barber or a better artist at their craft, what would you recommend them do if they haven't went to school, or what would you have them do? What would you have them?
If they really want to be a barber, be dedicated in what you want to do. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged, because you will get discouraged. Don't get discouraged, and if you do get discouraged, get back on that high horse and get back on and ride. And you're gonna fall. There's gonna be a time where you're gonna fail, and somebody's not gonna like what you did. They're not gonna. It's trial and error.
Yeah,
they're not gonna like it. And you're like, okay, and at that point,
somebody might leave mad.
They might.
People are so picky nowadays. Like, they need it perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they want it. Yeah. And so, people been.
Have you ever?
People are people.
Right. Have you ever felt like you could have cut somebody's hair after they left a little bit better, or you could have did a better job, or you always feel like I did exactly what they asked and I nailed it?
Wait, hold on. I see a little something. I can't let you leave out that because my name is on there. This is my name. I have my name on it. I can't let you leave out.
So you double and triple check before
they leave? Yeah, I double,
triple
check.
See, a lot of people, some people you see argue or stuff like that. Certain places you go to.
Right.
You're just like, I got you. I'll come take care of it. You know what I mean?
Let's just say you do argue with somebody, and he tells 20 other people, and let's just say 10 of the other people, they come to you, come get their haircut. That shuts that down, because they're like, oh man, I don't like that character about that person. He ain't gonna let you get. I've been in the shop with people, and they didn't want to give the money back to the person. You didn't do them right. Give him money back. You gonna tell them no?
Right. Right.
You can't tell nobody no, man.
Your name is on everything.
Your name is on it. You gotta give that man his money back. Give that person their money back, and that's what he's gonna. They gonna respect you. He did give my money back. That's the conversation next time they're gonna have. Yeah, he did give my money back, and he did respect that. So that's cool. Even though I might not go back to him. Yeah, that's what's up, man.
So shout out your business again. Shout it all out. Let them know what you do.
I am Steve McGee, the barber. Check me out at Mr. McGee Work, Mr. McGee Shop. Check me out. This is what I do. I love what I do. Tap in.
This is Howls over Baaz. We thank you for coming out. I like hearing your story, man.
Howls over Baaz.
Howls over Baaz, man. This is overwhelming. Man, Howls over Baaz. Check they out, man. Check them out, yo.
Howls over Baaz.
Howls over Baaz.